This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, we kick off the 2017 season with a full slate of highlights, including East Bay Power's San Leandro and Foothill. We'll have Leland opening up against Santa Teresa, and Tennyson meets Hayward.
Girls volleyball with Half Moon Bay battling Sacred Heart Prep. Volleyball with Doherty Valley and Castro Valley, and the Los Gatos football team dedicating their time to improve their town. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Marissa Levis, and we got a brand new home.
It's nice, huh?
It's beautiful.
What happened?
Well, you know.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff
I knew there was something different.
Yes, we moved into the 49ers here at Levi's Stadium and are thrilled to have the Niners behind all of our efforts.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Very exciting. Thanks to the Niners. And now our first game tonight as the Alhambra Bulldogs take on Acalanes. The Bulldogs were 5-6 last season, looking to head back to the NCS playoffs this year.
Yes, and the Dogs take on an Acalanes team with head coach Floyd Burnside returning to the high school ranks. Burnside, the longtime coach at Miramonte before coaching junior college ball. The Dons defensive coordinator is now former Cal star Dave Ortega. Alhambra at Acalanes Friday night. The Acalanes Dons take to the field as they host the Alhambra Bulldogs in a season opener. Acalanes wastes no time in the first half. On the first minute, Robbie Rothrose throws an absolute seed to his go-to man, Aiden McNamara, for the touchdown. Shortly after, the Dons force a turnover and grab possession. Rawl with the ball as he makes a running throw to Tommy Thrasher, who brings it home. Dons grab a 21-0 lead, but the Bulldogs bark back. Here's Wyatt Hammer showing off his speed as he takes the ball all the way from the 40-yard line into the end zone to end the first quarter in fashion. The Dons offense stays red hot coming into the second as Rawl once again finds Thrasher. He slams his way into the house to make it 35-7 Acalanes. With 18 seconds left in the first half, Alhambra shows life as Donovan Rubin receives a kick. He fumbles it a few times but recovers nicely. He dodges the Dons defense and brings it 92 yards down the field for a spectacular touchdown to cut their deficit 49-13. Nobody is going to catch up with Donovan Rubin. Sophomore Nick Kresnick now in at QB for the Dons. He's going to arch it to Chris Rogers, who runs it in for the TD. What a night for the Acalanes offense as they defeat the Alhambra Bulldogs 56-14. Great way to start the season for the home team.
The band is playing and the stands are packed as the Lincoln Lions host Silver Creek. The Raiders starting out on offense in a very low-scoring game. Alejandro Flores drops back and hits Trey Trim, who takes a hit and hangs on. And then now look at Trim on defense getting into the backfield and a block of the pass. Terrific player Trey Trim. And then back again with another great move by the Raiders defense. Number 3, Elijah Espinosa with the pick six to run it all the way to the end zone. A touchdown for Silver Creek. That touchdown makes it 6-0 Silver Creek, and Gabby Gonzalez comes in with the extra point, and it's 7-0, and that 1 point would be a big deal. The Lincoln Lions roaring back, though, as they start making their way upfield. It's Gavin Kalama Florence with the pass to Alejandro Martinez Laura, and that brings up a big fourth down play. On fourth down, it's the Lions' number 28, Isaac Juarez, with a touchdown, making the score 7-6. The extra point missed, the Lions down by 1. Finishing up the second half, Alejandro Flores with the pass to Ajahal Shing, but it is blocked by the Lions linebacker Jose Gonzalez. Skipping to the third now, it's a low kick in the hands of Brian Pantoja, running it down the field. He dodges left and dodges right and tackled finally at the 45-yard line for the Lions' first down, but they would not score. End of the fourth quarter now, Silver Creek looking for more, but the pass is intercepted by the Lions' Jason Vane. But no matter, the game ends 7-6 was the final score. See, that extra point was a big deal after all.
Leland and Santa Teresa meeting at center field for the coin toss just moments before the big game. First series of the game, 3rd and 6, QB Carson Yates breaks the keeper down the left sideline to the 6, setting up Leland's opening drive TD to take a 7-0 lead early. Santa Teresa comes right back and drives down to the 10, where Ethan Jonto hits Darius Van Den Ecker in the corner of the end zone for the ST score. Extra point is good, and we're all tied at 7. Leland coming up big on defense. Anthony Gonzalez with the block punt. The ball is going to travel to the end zone for the safety, and it's 9-7 Chargers. And we skip to the third quarter. The Saints on offense. Steven Vitek takes the handoff and goes straight in for the touchdown. Extra point no good. STF 13-9. The Chargers come right back and answer. Carson Yates is going to keep this one for himself. He goes around the outside and in for 6. Leland now up 16-13. Big play here for Leland once again. Brett Mason gets a hold of the deflected pass, and the Chargers take advantage. A few plays later, it's Kyle Anderson scoring. It's 23-13 Leland. Santa Teresa trying to make a comeback in this one, but it's Ryan Kantz coming in with the interception and pick 6. No stopping Kantz, and Leland gets the victory with the final of 30-13. It's Anderson and Kantz stepping up big for the Leland Chargers in the opening week in this one.
We head out to the pool as Amador Valley hosts Bishop O'Dowd into the first quarter. The Dragons getting started early with Katie Isola lofting this in to give her team the first goal of the game. A few plays later, Avery Collard swims into the defensive territory, escapes the defenders, and fires this one in the back of the net for a 2-0 Dragon lead. Still in the first, O'Dowd on the attack, and it's Avery Collard again who receives a lob from Alex Kusel and fires another shot to give the Dragons a 3-0 lead. Counting down the last few seconds of the half, it's Alyssa Bergman spinning and firing her second goal of the game for the Dons. Into the third, the Dragons extending the lead to 5-2. Katie Isola to Valerie Nass there. A few plays later, this time it's Katie Reberger showing everyone that she has a rocket of an arm, sending this one to the back of the net. Megan Riley here with a shot from far out. It's off the post, and coming in with the follow is Anna Bassi to reduce the margin by 2. Back again for the Dons, Alyssa Bergman helping out her team with her passing as she finds Natalie Larson for the goal. The Dons down by just 1, but O'Dowd pulling away with the victory as Katie Reberger sends it to Avery Collard, who scores her third of the game. 7-5 is the final as the Dragons win it.
Each week this season, the Rikus Center will present the Play of the Week award. The announcement made in a wrap produced by the hip hop department at the Rikus Center.
The first players of the week will be announced on next week's show.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our young people.
So each week they will present a driving tip to help our teens drive more safely. Here is this week's tip.
I'm Anthony Gonzalez. I'm from Leland High School, and I'm here with this week's South County Chrysler Safe Driving Tip. In a recent survey, 86% of teenagers reported using their cell phone while driving. This happens even though teens know it's not safe and it is illegal to drive and use your cell phone. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask if the danger is really worth it. Put the phone away. All those texts will still be there when your drive is done.
Coming up, the Block Construction blockbuster game as Foothill battles San Leandro.
And Doherty Valley and Castro Valley take to the court coming up.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Stevens Creek Toyota is proud to support high school sports to help mold the leaders of tomorrow. Now we invite you to experience the future today with the car of the future, the all-new 2016 Mirai hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. Be the first to drive the future today, or check out the amazing new 2016 Prius Liftback. Plus, experience genuine Toyota service in our state-of-the-art facility. Drive the future right in the heart of Silicon Valley at Stevens Creek Toyota San Jose.
For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our first blockbuster game of the season. The Foothill Falcons are led by longtime head coach and our good friend Matt Sweeney. Coach Sweeney entering his 30th season with the Falcons with 4 NCS titles and 15 East Bay League titles.
All that, he's like 33 years old.
I know, he's just so
He
young.
started really young.
Yeah.
The Falcons meeting an always strong San Leandro team with Brad Bowers in his 15th season as head coach. The Pirates opened last season with a win over Foothill, and we're hoping to do it again. It's our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and Marissa was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Both San Leandro and Foothill look to start the season on a high note with a victory. The Falcons returned 12 starters from last season and will look to their senior quarterback and Fresno State commit Ben Woolridge to be a big team leader this year. But they'll have to get past the Pirates, who beat them last year by 2 touchdowns. The Pirates will look to their running back, Jermaine Jackson, who played a big role as a junior and is now a senior this year. It's Foothill and San Leandro in tonight's NCS Blockbuster game. We get straight to the action in this one, and it's the Pirates D coming up big to start the game. Rayshawn Baker with the big-time sack. And then San Leandro answered on offense. Quarterback Kiam Islam is going to air this one out to a wide-open Devin McKinney for the touchdown, and the Pirates are up 7-0. Falcons in the red zone and looking to tie things up early. A.J. Duvall connects with Peter Montini in the back of the end zone. Extra point no good. 7-6 visitors. Foothill now down 8, but back on offense. A.J. Duvall over to Roman Sagan. Sagan with a perfect throw downfield to Ricky Diaz. Falcons trying to get a field goal out of the drive, and they do. Josh Shields sends the ball right through the uprights to put Foothill within 2. Third quarter, San Leandro back on the attack. Watch out for Jermaine Jackson. He finds the gap, and he is off to the races. His second TD on the night, and it is 21-12 Pirates. Big fourth down attempt for San Leandro to keep the drive going. Cameron Stanley now in at quarterback. The Pirates get the first to keep the drive alive. And just a few plays later, it's Jermaine Jackson with the rock once again. Jermaine with his 3rd TD in this one, making it look far too easy. End of the third now, Falcons keeping their comeback hopes alive. Duvall with the pitch over to Jake Jackson for the TD. 2-point conversion good, 28-20. And then in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes left, Duvall hits Jackson once again. The 2-point conversion is no good. Falcons trail 28-26. San Leandro not going to let this one slip away. Alvante Thornton gets the handoff, goes right through the hole, and doesn't look back. Check out the wheels on Alvante. And the Pirates get the opening week victory against Foothill for the 2nd year in a row. Jermaine Jackson talks about why his team had the upper edge and what it's going to take to have a successful season.
I think the defense was the most, we came out hard. Defense came out hard. That's what we game planned all week. We knew the offense was going to come out hard, but as soon as the defense got right, we was ready. That's it. Come out hard like today. We got to come out harder, though. We got to get to practice. We got practice in the morning tomorrow. 9 o'clock, we're going to lift, and we're going to rehab. It's good.
We head to the court now as the Castro Valley Trojans host the Doherty Valley Wildcats Thursday night in a very exciting first set. The Wildcats take the lead as Jesse Sang finds Shruti Majapudi, who sets up Abby Longson in the corner for the kill. Trojans on the attack as Alexis Hoffman sets Ashley Chacon, who hits it just over the defenders for the point. Doherty Valley leads it 10-9. Castro Valley finding its rhythm. Samantha Jewell comes up with a nice dig, and there to finish it is Alika Unti. The Trojans take the first set 25-21. Dominating the second set is Castro Valley. Hoffman sets up Jenna Garcia, and she launches the ball from deep for the kill. Trojans lead at 7-6. Castro Valley using their whole roster tonight as Megan Curtin receives a set from Hoffman and slams it to the floor for the point as the Castro Valley Trojans win the second set 25-17. To the third now, and Doherty Valley takes an early lead. Taylor Knight comes in from the corner and finds the hardwood with this big hit, and the Wildcats are up by 4. But the Trojans stay on fire as powerhouse Unti absolutely crushes this one for a big point. What a night she had, racking up 11 kills for the Trojans as Castro Valley takes the third 25-21 and takes the win over Doherty Valley in 3 sets.
Serena Group and the 49ers will bring us the Coach of the Week award each week.
Yes, the award going to a coach whose team performed really well this week. We'll announce the first Coach of the Week on next week's show.
Coming up, the Homestead Mustangs taking on Fremont.
But first, here's this week's Top 10 Volleyball Poll.
Head over to the Silver Creek Sportsplex in South San Jose for the excitement and fun of day camps for kids ages 7 to 12. Enjoy our state-of-the-art air-conditioned facility where your superstar will receive the best training in a variety of sports in the morning. They'll experience flag football and soccer on the Bay Area's best indoor fields. They'll learn roller hockey, baseball, softball, basketball, and badminton. Afternoons are filled with a variety of fun activities. Sign up now for summer camps. Build skills, make friends, and have fun.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange. Good. Go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year annually, going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andrew, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
We're from Pioneer High School, and we are Cal High Sports!
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with the Fremont Firebirds coming off a nice 6-4 season and looking to improve on that this year.
Nelson Gifford's team taking on a Homestead team led by head coach Milo Lewis. The Mustangs were undefeated in league last season and champions in the El Camino division. And for that, you get moved up to the De Anza division. It's Homestead taking on former league rival Fremont Friday night.
The Mustangs and Firebirds starting off their season in their annual bell game. Homestead has won it the last 4 years, but Fremont wanting the bell back in the first. Quarterback Roman Stein to Jonathan Gutierrez, and he goes 22 yards, extra point good, and the Firebirds go up by 7. Next quarter, Homestead just a yard away, and Jack Barton pushes through the defense for the touchdown. The Mustangs take an 8-7 lead. In the third, Homestead by 6, and it's Nitsan Saar getting the handoff with defenders hanging all over him, driving 13 yards to the house, 20-7. Homestead. The Mustangs go for the 2-point conversion. Andrew Odor runs straight through the middle, the second 2-point conversion of the night. The Firebirds try to salvage this game early in the fourth. Stein with a long pass finding Isaiah Cardenas. Shaking a defender, he takes it 85 yards. It's 22-13 Homestead. But from then on, it was all Mustangs. Odor gets it from Barton, and he finds a perfect route to the end zone, 31-13 with 8 minutes to go. On the next drive, the defense takes over for Homestead. Look at Sam De La Cruz with the pick, and he's going to take it all the way, a pick 6 for De La Cruz. Just moments left now, and the defense steps up one more time. It's Leonardo Romo with the interceptions. The big guy gets the pick, and Homestead takes the season opener 36-13, and the Mustangs get the bell for the 4th year in a row. And they were pretty happy about it. Odor and Bon Davidson with big games for the Mustangs.
A big day for Westmont, the first game on their brand new field for the Warriors against Willow Glen. We start with the Warriors on offense. Westmont putting on the pressure near the goal, but it's keeper Taylor Trawick getting a foot on it to escape the jam. Willow Glen now on the attack. The shot is off, but it's just wide of the net to keep things scoreless in the first. The Rams continuing to fight for the first goal in this one. Morgan Riley up to Haley Piazza, and Willow Glen is on the board. The Rams looking to add on in the first. The first shot is blocked by Paige Perry. Rams with another look, but the Warriors hang strong. Perry doing it all for her team in the first. She stays with the ball and kicks it out of harm's way, and we head to the second half. Westmont coming out hot to start the second. Kate Bellantoni on the breakaway. She gets past the keeper to tie the game up at 1, but the Rams would pull away in the end. Rachel Stenson with the assist to Piazza for her second goal of the game. And Willow Glen goes on to win it with a final of 3-1 to open the season. Piazza leading the way with 2 goals.
Each week, Stevens Creek Toyota brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Kiara Biagini brings us the story of a football team helping out their community.
Marissa, as summer comes to an end, it's time for high school football to kick off. As teams hit the field for practice, the Los Gatos Wildcats hit the streets to help their town. It's the first day of practice for the Los Gatos varsity football team as they fill the streets of their town with black and orange. First on the agenda for the Wildcats, a little bit of manual labor. For the fourth year in a row, the team participates in a community cleanup day where they work together to show their appreciation to the city of Los Gatos.
You know, it was started a few years ago in an effort to get these guys to not only appreciate the support they have in our town, but to give back. And so it's been well received, obviously, by the town and the community, and our guys, they enjoy doing it. You know, it's a couple-hour commitment to give back to a town that's so great to us and to our players. You know, Los Gatos is a special place. It still has that Friday Night Lights, small town feel to it, and we embrace that and love that.
The Wildcats put on their gloves, pick up their rakes and shovels, and get to work. The team splits up and divides tasks of spreading mounds of mulch, scrubbing clean trash cans and benches, and picking up around a nearby creek.
Today we're just coming out here, laying some mulch out, just giving back to our community, all it's done for us, and we're just showing our support to the community and thanking them for all they've done.
Pretty much, you know, we're just out here cleaning some stuff up and giving back to the community because it's our community service day. We're going out cleaning some benches and some trash cans, and you know, just giving back in total.
Basically, we're just coming out here to support our community, cleaning up the park, cleaning up our benches, cleaning up the bridges. We just want our community to be a beautiful town. Giving back for what they've done for us, we're going to do something for them.
And all of their hard work is certainly appreciated by the town. The mayor of Los Gatos stops by to show her support to the team.
This is their way of contributing their commitment to our town, and it's a great opportunity for us to wish them good luck as well. I know how precious these last few days of summer are, and it just goes to show that they love this town, and we want to make sure that they understand we love them just as much.
Placing high value on helping others and giving back comes first to the Cats. Without the love and support of their fans, football on the field simply wouldn't be the same.
Community does a lot. Like we did a fundraiser for our football team. We raised over $50,000, and just they've given us so much with equipment and like the field and everything, and so we just thank them a lot.
Friday nights, it's awesome to look up at the bleachers, and you know, it's just completely full, and the crowd's always loud, and everyone always comes out decked in black to support us. So I think our relationship with the community is even stronger after this, after they see how much we're giving back.
It's a special day for the Wildcats, not only to strengthen their town camaraderie, but for bettering themselves as individuals. For Coach Crail, building his players on and off the field runs parallel.
It's not only X's and O's, but it's growing, it's maturing into young men, and that spirit of giving back. You know, there's a lot of layers to today and why we do it, and you know, the main thing is it's that spirit of giving back. There's always people in the world that don't have it as fortunate as we do, and so whatever we can do to give back to our community or to those people is super important.
After hours of work, the streets of Los Gatos never looked better. It's finally time for these defending league champs to suit up and hit the field. And the Cats are expected to have another huge season this year. It's a very talented team that's coming off of an undefeated season last year.
And Mark Crail at the helm again, so hopefully more success. Yeah. All right, each week, One Hit Away brings us concussion prevention treatment tips.
Here's Darren Sidibaca with this week's tip.
Empower yourself and your teammates with tomorrow's practice by adopting the 4 pillars of brain healing and brain health. Start with educating about the seriousness of subconcussions and concussions on the brain. Prepare with proper nutrition and hydration before, during, and after play. Have a concussion treatment and plan that is approved by a doctor. Have a brain healing plan for a full recovery. If hit 1 more or 2 more or many more times, you may place yourself in a very difficult predicament. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's the South County Chrysler Game of the Week, Bellarmine battling Menlo Atherton.
And Amador Valley meets the Dragons from Bishop O'Dowd in the pool next.
County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we are the #1 Hellcat dealer in the nation. We've got the largest selection for speed anywhere. Dodge Challenger or Charger Hellcats for only $589 per month. That's not all. We're California's destination for great deals all the time. We've got Jeep Renegades for $10,888 and Fiats for $8,999. Plus the largest selection of Wranglers anywhere. The summer clearance event is going on now, so drive a little and save a lot.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikers Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. We vote online, and the game with the most votes gets to be Game of the Week, and that means a reporter on the scene, team interviews, Game of the Week t-shirts, the whole deal.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yes, and this week's Game of the Week features two teams looking to be among the Bay Area's best. Menlo Atherton coming off a dream season where the Bears won a NorCal title and a trip to the state title game. Bellarmine, meantime, looking to avenge an Open Division semifinal loss to the Bears last season. The Bears and the Bells in the South County Chrysler Game of the Week, and Robert was there.
The MA Bears take the field as they battle Bellarmine on opening night. Opening kickoff goes to senior Nick Anderson, who dribbles it once and then takes off. Anderson calling his touchdown at the 40-yard line because he knows nobody's going to catch him. 98 yards, and the Bears are on the board, 7-0. Bellarmine battles back, and this guy was about to have a huge game. Austin Ajake turns the corner, and the 6'2", 220-pound senior shows his speed. 45 yards, and the Bells tie it at 7-all. Late first quarter action now, and the Bears are moving again as Miles Conrad, the quarterback, back to throw, and he fires to Spencer Corona, who makes an acrobatic catch and holds on. Corona also a fine kicker. His 43-yard line drive is good as Menlo Atherton retakes the lead 10-7 in the second. Back come the Bells, and it's a jockey again. Look at Austin just busting through the defense twice on this run, but the Bells drive stalls, 10-7 MA at the half. Second half, the Bears, Conrad throwing to the freshman Troy Franklin, and Troy makes the grab, but Anthony Magri punches the ball loose. It flies into the end zone where Joey Olshausen saves the day for the Bears as he recovers for an MA touchdown and a 16-7 lead. Same score with 9:12 left in the game, and the Bells fake the give to a jockey instead. Harry Mingrone fires to Noah Lane, who hauls it in, and that leads to this jockey touchdown run, and the MA lead is cut to just 2 points at 16-14. The Bears looking to put it away, but a huge defensive play here as the pass is deflected, and there to make the interception is Anthony Magri, and a nice return to set the Bells up for this 1-yard TD plunge by a jockey with just over a minute to play. The Bells defense holds, and Bellarmine survives with a thrilling come-from-behind win. We talked with the victorious Bellarmine Bells right after the game. And here they are off a thrilling victory tonight. The Bellarmine Bells, congratulations, guys. Right here with me, Noah Lane. Noah, talk about this game. You guys were down in this game all the way to the last minute and 30 seconds. Did you ever have any doubt that you guys were going to come out with the victory?
You know, we didn't have any doubt because we trained all summer for this. We worked hard all summer, and we know that in the end of the game it was going to come through, and that's what happened tonight.
How about this guy right over here?
This guy played it.
Austin Ajaku, 28 carries, 173 yards tonight, carrying this team. What was it like out there for you guys against a very strong physical MA team?
I couldn't do it without these guys behind me. Everybody. I couldn't do it for everybody. I love these guys. I couldn't do it without my linemen, the scout team, everybody, the quarterback, everybody. I couldn't do it without anybody. I love these guys.
What was it like coming down in that last drive to score the go-ahead touchdown?
We've been training since January for this game. And I know we could do it. We're at the 1-yard line. I feel like I can't get stopped by anybody on the 1-yard line. We could do it.
Great job. Great job. Kate Hall here. Kate, talk about the defensive effort today. You guys held down a very explosive team. They didn't do a lot of scoring. How tough was it for you?
You know, D-line plays a huge role. Everyone plays a huge role. If the D-line doesn't do their part, then it makes it really hard on the secondary. And if the secondary doesn't do their part, it makes it really hard on the D-line. You know, we got it done together.
Great team effort by the Bellarmine Bells. Congratulations, guys.
We head back out to Amador for some boys water polo this time. Right off the start, the Dragons' own Luke Pfeiffer not wasting any time by giving his team the first goal of the game. A few plays later, it's Ben Asola into Kai Kirch, who lofts it into Colm Connolly for the 1-2 finish. Dragons up 2-0. But the Dons fight back with Dylan Baker right off the deflection, where he'll fire this into the back of the net for their first goal of the game. And still in the first, Colm Connolly passes it over to Ryan Joseph. He doesn't need his eyes to score the goal. Dragons now hold a 3-1 advantage. And into the second quarter, Danny Unn passes it to Noah Freeman, and the Dons will come back from behind to tie the game up at 3-3. But into the second half, Jack Basseri centers it into Will Proud, and without his headgear, he scores the goal. And moving ahead into the third quarter, the Dons, Will Proud again finding Noah Freeman for the goal in the first lead of the game. But the Dragons will fight right back to pull ahead. Luke Pfeiffer crosses it over to Alex Berger, who bounces this past the goalie for the 6-5 advantage. And into the final quarter, game tied at 6-6. Check out Nick Intrican with the block, and it will set up this clutch moment coming from Alex Berger over to Luke Pfeiffer, who scores his third goal of the game as the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons take this victory over the Dons with a final score of 7-6 to open the season.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Benjamin Justice from Menlo Atherton High School. When Benjamin isn't busy doing schoolwork, he is volunteering his time at the Rikus Center. Benjamin does a variety of things, giving tours to new students and guests, making everyone feel welcome, while also helping teach in the music department. He especially enjoys the guitar. Benjamin talks about why he loves to help out others and volunteer.
There's a benefit for everyone from it, so it benefits the center in a great way because it helps the people who come to the center for other things besides community service, but it also helps the kids in community service. So like when I first came to the center to work out, I was super shy. Like I did not like to talk. Like the idea of giving a tour was terrifying to me, but like now, 4 years later, it's like the most second nature thing to me. So I think it helps them grow as a person as well.
Coming up to the East Bay we go for Tennyson and Hayward.
And later action from the Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Classic. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report. The Tennyson Lancers had a tough season last year, but that's all in the past, and the Lancers are looking for big things this season as they battle in the West Alameda Foothill League.
That's right, the Lancers opening up against a Hayward team that made it to the NCS playoffs last season and looking to go further this year. Hayward and Tennyson at Sunset Field Friday night.
It's Friday Night Lights season again as Hayward hosts Tennyson at Sunset Field. The Farmers strike first in this one. Ramon Barraza finds Melvin Lipsy, and he turns on the Jets all away for the score. PAT was no good. It's 6-0 Hayward after one. Tennyson answers back in the second, handed off to Quincy Bass, and he'll do the rest, sprinting past defenders for the touchdown. PAT was no good as well, and we're all tied up at 6. Hayward threatening to score again, but Joe Mello comes up with the pick. He's going to run for a while. Watch him go to put the Lancers in great field position. And penalties would take Tennyson back near the goal line, where the Farmers get a big stop as Nelson Susala gets the sack in the end zone for the safety to give the Farmers an 8-6 lead at the half. The Lancers fight back in the second half. Mustafa Nasarudin with the keeper, and check out the wheels from the sophomore as he goes in for 6 to give Tennyson a 12-8 lead. Hayward with a golden opportunity to retake the lead, but the Lancer defense comes up big again as Tule Tafu breaks up the pass to deny the touchdown. And the Farmers get one last opportunity, but the pass is going to be incomplete as Tennyson holds on in this one for their first win of the season. Quincy Bass leading the charge for the victorious Tennyson Lancers with a final of 12-10.
The Silver Creek Raiders coming together as they face the hometown Santa Clara Bruins. Raiders in charge early. Camille LaPena to Elena Valenzuela to Heather Shin, who tools it off the block. The Bruins looking to come back as Devin Wyatt bumps it over to Shelby Paul, who sees an opportunity and takes advantage for the Bruins' point. But the Raiders take the first as Valenzuela gets tricky as well, dumping it in for the game winner as Silver Creek takes a 1-0 lead. Second set, more Silver Creek as LaPena gets it to Valenzuela, who one sets the middle Tiffany Ja for an early Game 2 lead. Later in the second, LaPena to Valenzuela, this time deep to Annika Custodio as the Raiders take the second 25-21. Third set, and again, Silver Creek is looking good as Heather Shin plays give and go with Valenzuela as Shin rips it home. This was a tight one with Santa Clara, Shelby Paul to Elise Heller to the middle for Kayla Chu, who crushes this one. 24-23 Raiders, and they finish it off as Valenzuela bumps from the outside to Sydney Wang. Back to Valenzuela, who puts it away as Silver Creek wins its opening match in 3 straight sets.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrates players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Our first Synergy athlete doing the dirty work will be featured next week. You won't want to miss that. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are there and ready to watch.
Coming up, action from the Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game held right here at Levi Stadium.
And later, Dublin takes on Castro Valley as the 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
Bank on it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bank on it! Wow, it's unbelievable. We are the #1 Fiat dealer in all of Northern California.
We've got the Lusso Classica Abarth Longe. Drop the top and smell the air in a convertible Classica or the Italian plug-in 500 electric car Magnifico. Go topless for less with the Fiat Classica, only $18,999. Fiat 500 $9,888. And get yours now at South County Fiat in Gilroy.
South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Gilroy.
Magnifico.
The Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game features the best graduating seniors from all around Santa Clara County. There used to be lots of All-Star football games all around the Bay Area, but this is the only one left.
The only one left in the game, named after legendary coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, whose family is a big part of the game every year. Somehow this one always turns out to be a thriller. It's tonight's CCS blockbuster game, and our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Welcome to Levi's Stadium, home of the faithful San Francisco 49ers. We have a very special event going on, the 43rd annual Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Football Game presented by the Almaden Valley Rotary Club. Tonight will feature the very best graduating seniors from high schools all over the county. The players will be divided into 2 teams, the North and the South team. For the North team, keep an eye out for quarterback Robert Najjar from Lincoln and running back Richard Herrera from Wilcox. For the South team, look for quarterbacks Tyler McGovern from Oak Grove and Philip Tran from Mitty, along with running back Nolan Berry from Westmont. It's the Silicon Valley Youth Classic for our blockbuster game. The South with the ball early. It's Mitty's Philip Tran with a terrific run, but the ball is stripped by Justin Ceballos from Tran, forcing the turnover. From the North, Lincoln's Robert Najjar hands it off to Brandon Inna. The big back drives through defenders and takes it all the way. The North leads 7-0, 4 minutes into the second quarter. Later in the second, Saratoga's William Little takes the snap, and he scampers for the touchdown, making it 13-0. 3 minutes left in the first half. The North looks to extend its lead. Here's Little with a perfect throw that finds Preston James just yards away from the end zone, but the South holds it, and it's 13-0 at the half. Same score, fourth quarter, the South on the attack as Tyler McGovern throws a seed to Jared King, who makes a spectacular catch for the TD. The South trails by 7 with 9 minutes left to play. Don Graziani with a terrific defensive play, stepping in front of the pass for the interception. The St. Francis Star tries to get tricky, but it's ruled a forward lateral. Still a fine play. With 3 minutes left to play, the South's McGovern throws to Alex Cornejo for the touchdown. The South gets the extra point, and this one ends in a tie, 13-13. We talked to some of the players after the game.
First of all, I didn't know if we were going to be a team or not because it's just a bunch of individual players coming together to play one game. These boys really stepped up, did their own. I mean, they came together like a true family. I can't ask for anything more. These guys are my brothers now for life.
It was really special. It's an honor, even though we didn't get the win. It was an honor playing with these guys from the other team. I felt great playing with them. And, you know, it's unfortunate that we couldn't get it, but, you know, I love playing with these guys. And against the other team, you know, I love the feeling in the stadium. It's great.
I mean, it's great. I've never been in such a nice stadium before. It's amazing. And just doing it in front of my parents and everybody that I love, it's a great experience for me.
First half, we were kind of beating ourselves, made a lot of mistakes. Second half, we went in the locker room, able to correct them, and we just came out and did it.
Thursday night volleyball as the Sacred Heart Prep Gators host Half Moon Bay. We start off with a powerful kill by Kate Dessler. She gets the pass from Haley Martella as the Gators take a 4-1 lead. The Cougars trying to catch up in the first. Sienna Hinshelwood bumps it to Kendall Matsukani, who sets it up for Riley Donovan's kill. It's Gabby Silverman now. She's a terrific player, helping the Cougars cut the deficit with 2 aces in a row. Katie Quinlan here setting up Dressler as she comes in with a heavy hand to end the first set as the Gators win it 25-11. Second set now, and Sacred Heart still on the advantage. Celia Charlton gets the ball to Quinlan, who sets it for none other than Dessler as she nails it. 15-9 Gators now. Eliza Foley bumps it to Martella, who sets for Reagan Smith, who sends a message to the Cougars. These girls are on fire. Martella with the helping hand as she finds Dessler, who slams it to the hardwood. Not far behind now, it's the Cougars. Sierra Hamilton bumping it to Sophie Barger. Hinshelwood receives the ball and finds a hole in the Gator defense. Still, the Gators take the second and into the third. Elena Radiff gets the rip right there. Now a carefully positioned Lindsey Johnston passes to Charlton. Charlton fights back and knocks down some Gators on the way. SHP, though, takes the match as Ali Palvarari gets low and passes to Martella. Martella again setting it up for Radiff to end the match 25-19 as the Gators win it in 3 straight to take their first of the season.
Each week, the Harker School brings us a scholar athlete, someone who is performing at a high level in school and in sports. This week's first Harker Scholar athlete is Sierra Adams from Kennedy High School. When Sierra is not playing sports, she is dedicating her time in the classroom. Sierra has a 4.0 GPA as she enters into her senior year. She plans on attending college next year and eventually becoming a nurse. Sierra Adams, this week's Harker Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This week's Scholar Athlete is brought to you by the Harker School. Founded in 1893 with an international reputation for academic excellence, Harker's preschool through 12th grade students discover their passion in an inspiring community of exceptional faculty and coaches, broad programs and learning tailored to bring out the best in your child. Harker.org is the website. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's Robert in the office with this week's tip.
Here's another way to use Adobe products to make your video stand out from all the rest. We need our player to be easy to identify in this clip, so we take a freeze from the video into Photoshop. Using the lasso tool, we draw around the player and cut him out from the background. We then place the clip in our timeline and place the Photoshop cutout on top. To make the player stand out, we'll add a glow effect. I like a yellow glow, so we use the eyedropper tool to take the yellow from the goalpost. Then we add points to the effect where the glow will be visible and then go away to make it flash on the screen. Here's how it looks. A great way to make yourself stand out in your videos. Coming up, it's Dublin and Castro Valley in an East Bay League tussle.
But first, here is this week's Silver Creek Sportsplex Top 10 Football Poll.
Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Stevens Creek Toyota. It's where the deals are. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, my name is Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with the Dublin Gales with new head coach Matt Hofs, the former Foothills star. The Gales battling in the very tough East Bailey.
It is tough, and Dublin with a tough assignment to start the season, taking on a Castro Valley team that struggled last season, but hoping to get going this year. It's Dublin at Castro Valley Friday night. It's the Gales versus the Trojans, with Castro Valley hosting Dublin. In the first quarter, Daniel Gutierrez will scramble to his left, where he'll find Cameron Brown in the middle of traffic for their first touchdown of the game. Very next possession, Dublin on their first drive, Trey Hines scrambles around to find Amari Tidwell, but in comes Daniel Simon to pick it off. Next possession, Akil Ansar will take the handoff and take this along the sideline, but cuts back toward the middle and finds the end zone for 6. Castro Valley would not convert the 2-point attempt. Still in the first quarter, the Gales getting their shot at the end zone. Trey Hines lofts the ball in the air to find Marcos Hoy for their first TD of the game. Trojans still lead 13-7. Fast forward in the second half, Trey Hines looks to the sideline and in comes Marcos Hoy again for the leaping grab, where he'll be taken down at the 4-yard line. Setting up a few plays later for Hines, he takes this one in himself on the QB sneak, and the Gales now reduce the lead to 3. Next and final quarter, Gales take possession with 6 minutes left. Alex Gonzalez takes the handoff on the sweep, finds a hole for a 45-yard TD, and Dublin now takes a 20-19 lead. A few possessions later, within the final minutes counting down, it's Alex Gonzalez again finding a hole. He jukes out the defenders and finds the end zone to seal the deal and take the game as the Dublin Gales win 27-19.
Trisha Kelly kicking off her first season as head coach of the Newark Memorial Cougars as they take on Mount Eden. First set, Cougars on the near court. Senior Haley Nelson comes in with a heavy hand. Newark Memorial takes the first 25-8. Next set, Nelson this time with the ace. The Cougars off to a 10-0 lead in the second. Mount Eden rallies back to make it 11-8, but then the Cougars go on a monster run. Maddie Wayne with the slam from Nelson, finishing with a team-high 9 kills. Then it's Brianna Evans getting in on the action as she smashes it through the Monarch defense to take the set. 25-11, Newark wins that one. Mount Eden trying their hardest to get back into this match. Keone Tambahahan off the dig grabs the first point of the set. Later on, the Monarchs down 18-16. Tambahanan comes in again with the kill and cuts the lead down to just 1 point. Just a 1-point game now at Mount Eden with the serve. Gabby Euler sets it for Nelson, but it is dug out. And then Nelson with the rebound, and she slams it home. One final ace by Nelson gives the Cougars their 20th perfect serve of the match. As Newark Memorial goes on to win it in a 3-set sweep, Wayne and Nelson leading the way for the victorious Cougars.
The Carlmont girls volleyball team was back in action and expecting to do very well again this season.
Yeah, the Scots are stars on the court and in the classroom, as 99.7 Now Strawberry found out as he talked with the girls at the Rikes Center this week.
We're at the Rikes Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. And I'm with the pride of Belmont. Give it up for the Carlmont volleyball team with me. And even though the season just started, we have a lot to brag about. Maya, combined with the 7 returning starters, 3.93 GPA?
Yeah.
So you guys are hitting the books and the court at the same time.
Yeah, we have a lot of smart girls on the team. We have priorities in school as well as volleyball, so we like to put in the work on and off the court.
And you guys were putting a little work in over summer, right? You guys got a couple practices in?
Yeah, we started open gyms in the beginning of July, so we've been going for about a month now, and actual practice started August. We started tryouts.
Nice, they're ready to go. Let's talk to Sophie, another returning veteran here. You guys set the bar way high last season. Your record was 29-8. Tell everybody why that's significant.
That was the most recorded wins that we had in a row in Carlmont history.
Nice, and then also the fewest losses ever, right? We're going. Let's go over to Emma, who said that they have something circled as their goal this year. What's the goal for Carlmont volleyball this year?
This year, we're going to win league.
Definite.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's going to happen.
Bible, because semis got a little rough. We're going for league this year.
Yeah.
Nice,
for sure.
Let's make it happen. My name is Strawberry from 99.7 Now, every night starting at 7. And from Belmont, Seamont, Carlmont volleyball. Take it away, ladies.
DGDG presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game that made everyone happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Sacred Heart Prep Gators. To start off the season, check out the kill by Kate Dessler, the assist from Haley Martella, and the girls were pretty pumped as that one went to the floor in this week's Be Happy Play. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rica Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Juan Pablo Ricciardo. Today's training tip of the day is world's greatest stretch. We're going to begin by having Mark take a big step out with his left leg. Okay, he's going to drop his hips down. We're looking for a straight line from his heel through his hips to his head. He's going to take the same side arm, drop that elbow down on the instep inside of that leg. From here, he's going to reach that same arm up to the ceiling, allow his eyes to follow his hand, hold for a couple seconds. Now he's going to take that arm, drop it down on the outside of his leg. He's going to raise his hips up to the ceiling, straightening out his front leg, driving his heels into the ground. Hold for a couple seconds, and now he's going to drop the back knee down to the floor, pick his chest up in a good strong lunge position as if you were about to accelerate out. Then he's going to stand up onto that front leg. He's going to take a step back and repeat with the other leg.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat and a backpack and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet held once again this year right here at Levi Stadium.
Yes, very convenient, and we'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with the Pirates and Alvante Thornton. He finds the gap and turns on the Jets, taking the ball all the way to the house for the game-clinching touchdown. Next up, we have BOD's Ryan Joseph with the no-look goal. Impressive shot from Ryan right there. Not everyone can do that. Check out Ryan Clance from Leland. Ryan gets up for the interception and takes the ball the other direction for the pick six. Leland getting an opening week victory. And our second to last nominee is Donovan Rubin. He juggles the ball off the kickoff, but manages to not only gain control, but dance in and out of defenders before breaking free down the field. Look at him go. Nobody is going to get a hold of Donovan Rubin, 92 yards to the end zone. And our first Play of the Week winner on 49ers Cal High Sports Report goes to Menlo Atherton's Nick Anderson. Nick off the kickoff goes right up the middle, weaving in and out of defenders before calling it out. We see you, Nick. Nick Anderson, 98 yards for the touchdown. And this week's Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's the very first 49ers Cal High Sports Report. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronski.
And I'm Marissa Levis. Be sure to join us next week for the story of the Richmond football player and his amazing path to play this season. We'll see you then.